Welcome back to 123 Kimchi. Today I'm introducing another light and refreshing kimchi that you can enjoy in spring and summer, Nabak Kimchi. This is a type of mul-kimchi, which means water kimchi in Korean. For this type of kimchi, it's all about the gentle broth that's clean, fizzy, and full of delicate flavors. The name nabak comes from the way the vegetables are sliced, thin and flat like little squares. It's called nabak-sseolgi. As main ingredients, I'm using napa cabbage and kohlrabi here, the two ingredients that hold their crunch and soak up the flavor so well. We'll start with the napa cabbage. Cut off the stem end and separate the leaves one by one. I like using the tender inner leaves because they taste more delicate and crisp. Give them a rinse, drain well, and cut them into small squares. Next, the kohlrabi. In Korean traditional recipes, Korean radish is used, but if you can't get it, kohlrabi is the best substitute, period. Daikon is sometimes too spicy and gets too soft and watery after fermentation. Peel the kohlrabi and slice into thin bite-sized pieces. Add the cabbage and kohlrabi into a kimchi container. Mix coarse sea salt into water and pour it over. Let them soak for 30 minutes and flip it halfway. This light brine gives the vegetable structure without making them too salty, and there's no need to rinse as we're building the broth right on the brine. In a small bowl, mix 2 tablespoons of gochugaru with 1 cup of water. Let this sit for 30 minutes to bloom. This amount of gochugaru won't make the broth too spicy, but gently pink and aromatic. Then slice spring onion into similar length to cabbage and kohlrabi. And to add some color and heat, hot red chili or red bell pepper. Have it lengthwise and scrape the seeds with a spoon, then slice it diagonally to make thin julienne similar to the length of other ingredients. Now let's make the broth. We're making sweet and tangy broth with kimchi aromatics like onion, garlic, and ginger. Cut Asian pear and onion into cubes and blend it with 1 cup of water. If you don't have an Asian pear, then apple is fine too, but it has to be a red apple that's juicy and crisp, like Fuji or Gala apples. Crush the garlic to release flavors and thinly slice the ginger. Then add garlic and ginger to the blender. Pulse until they are minced. A pro tip, I'm only using juice from the fruits and vegetables here. I don't recommend adding apple or pear chunks directly into the kimchi as they tend to get mushy during fermentation. Now let's assemble. Strain the mixture through a cloth or a fine sieve directly over the kimchi container. And squeeze thoroughly to get any remaining juice. Sieve the gochugaru mixture and pour in its soaking liquid. And also pour rest of the water over the mixture. Top with the spring onion and julienne chili and stir gently to combine everything. Close the container and leave it at room temperature for 1 to 2 days to kickstart fermentation. You'll notice the bubbles forming and smell light tang when you open the container. And that's when you can refrigerate. After 3 to 7 days in the fridge, it'll be lightly carbonated, a little tangy, and ready to enjoy. It's been about a week, so let's taste. The broth is so refreshing, tangy, a little sweet, and softly fizzy. The kohlrabi and cabbage are still crisp, and every bite feels like it's cooling you off from inside out. Nabak kimchi is perfect with any meal as a side dish. Or on a hot summer day, try with somen or thin noodles for something refreshing and delicious. If you try this, let me know how it turns out in the comments. And stay tuned for more seasonal Korean fermentation recipes, and happy kimchi making!